Hello and welcome to Amethyst Style Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're looking at a fish and a wish. One of my favourite stamp sets because there's so much you can do with it. You've got quite sort of abstracty images as well as the fish, as well as some nice sentiments. I've used it a little bit and I thought today we would do a quick and simple card using the stamparatus. So I've already lined it up. I'm using my grid template, which most of you know. If you look back in my other videos or just put my name in and put wreath template, it will come up and there are various different instructions on there. I've got two different ones, but this is the one that I use, and I do it on laminate because then I can use it again and again, and I've had this one probably far too long and I could do with doing another one. However, I have put the little fish and I'm using the Tahitian Tide because I really love the blues and the greens of this. So we're going to start with this fish because it's got really rather nice sort of little bubbles in it, which I think is really rather sweet. And we are literally just going to go round on each one of the sides to get an even template on here. So it'll just come round and give us 8 little fish swimming in a circle. And this is going to be one. I'm actually looking at doing, now you can get your tail a little bit brighter if you want. This sort of thing is great as well, these fish. If you have a look in various different art galleries and things, there's an awful lot of, you know, fish swimming in patterns and in sort of circles, and I think that they look really rather good. So this is a very simple take on it. I'm actually going to do one on a larger scale to hang on the wall because, as I say, it is certainly is my sort of cup of tea, this sort of really nice sort of abstract, whereas, as I say, this is just coming out very simply as a circle. So it's nothing too complicated. I might show you my other one once I start doing it because I think that that will actually work really well. But for this, I just wanted to show you how simple it is to create something really rather lovely very simply. Okay, so that's our first one, which, as I say, just goes in completely in a circle. So I'm then going to take the green. Now I've just got a little bit of I'm waiting for my new scrub to come. My old one got so revolting. I had to get rid of it. It was just, I'd washed it and I'd done all sorts with it, and it really just needed to be a new one. So I've got a Simply Chamois on its way, but I'm using wet wipes at the moment. Okay, so now we're going to take the fish and we're going to pop it in quite tight on here in between, and I'm hoping that it's just going to be all right and it's not going to overlap. We'll have to see. If it overlaps, we might have to just move it a little bit, but I think it should be all right. We'll see. So this time I'm using the Parakeet Party because, again, it gives these lovely vibrant colours. And this is then going to go in between. So I'm hoping that this isn't going to pop exactly where. Let me have a look and see. Oh, it is. It's going to just come in. So what I need to do very quickly is, let me just put this one in on, where's it going to come? It's going to come down on there. So all I'm doing is I'm going to take myself a very quick and simple template. I need to grab myself some scissors. I think I'm going to have to use large scissors because my other scissors I've got in the other room because I was using them for something else. I use my scissors, the paper snips are so good that I use them for my sewing as well, and I was doing a bit of sewing, so I'm just literally cutting myself out a very simple little template on here, and then I can whim it round here. Now when you're cutting a template, cut actually on the line, because otherwise you'll get yourself a little shadow, and that's not what you want. But you can see, to try and do this is not the best thing to do with scissors this size. You know, you can do it, but it's not as easy because these are very big. Okay, so all I need to do now is to just put that just in on there, and then when I come to do my fish, it's not going to come in on there, which is quite good. So you've still got the fish sort of coming in on the top, because as I say, I wanted to have them just coming in on here. Now I could have done it in post-it notes, which would have probably been a better idea, but I used what I had. So you can see you've just got the little fish a little bit closer on here, which is fine. And all we need to do is to just make sure that we have that just on the top. And then all we've got is the fish swimming behind each other, so it's not taking out their little faces, which I think is quite good. Pop this one on here, but you can see how quickly it is to do the miles. The actual stamping takes a little while, but I know that most of you fast forward anyway, so it doesn't make a huge difference. And I always tend to do things live. That's the way I work, because I know some of you actually join me in stamping at the same time, so it takes a little. You can see exactly how long it takes you to do this. Okay, so this is coming round more in a sort of a circular pattern, but it's fine, it'll work quite well. And then once we've done this one, just one more. Turn it round. Now I wonder if that's going to go in the other bit as well, and I need to have two. Ooh, we're just going to leave it like that, so we've got one going over the top and one coming underneath. It doesn't really matter that much, not on that one. We'll turn it round so that it comes down at the bottom, so you won't see it as much. Okay, so that's those pieces on there. Now I want to try and do something again, which is going to, this is all going to be a very simple card. So the stamparatus is a way of achieving simple cards quite quickly. So if I take this off now, because I don't need to use that anymore, I could do if I wanted to, but I actually want to do it as stamping. So we've got our fish coming through on there. Let me just put the stamparatus down on the ground. And we've then got, we want to have our a sea of thanks, or here for you, I think is quite nice, isn't it? Although we want it to be sort of fishy, let's just put here for you. I think that'll work. I need to get a block out, which I haven't got out already. And I need to do something. Those are too close and those are too far away. So we need to have a little bit of a play around with it so that we can get it exactly where we want it. And I think I'm just trying to get my block out. I think this one will work perfectly on here. So we'll have this like that. And then I want to put, let's see how we can fill in that little space in there, because we've got some bits that are too close and other bits that aren't close enough. So let's do our words. We're going to have our words slap bang in the center like that. Do I do that? I think I'm going to do them. Yeah, we're going to do them in the blue. So we're just going to have the two colours, because I think that that will work quite nicely. So that's here for you, and we'll have that in on the center like that. And this is going to be sort of the background in on here. So that looks quite sweet, but it needs something, it needs just a little bit more. So what I want to try and do is, let's see what we can do. I want to try and take, do I have these bits coming through, or do I have the C part coming through? Not quite sure actually. In fact, no, what I'm going to do is, this is where you're trying to work out ideas and go, no, they're going to come through in there, aren't they? We don't want that. Okay, so I'm faffing about a bit now, but I want something to come in between. So let me have a look and see what else I've got that could. That's the punch. And what I could do is to punch the fish coming out. In fact, that might work. Let's do it this way, because then that will, we're only going to use the tiny fish, so we want a piece. We want a piece that just a little bit narrower than that. So let me just get myself some pieces. That one will work. How many do we need? We need 1, 2, oh, we need 8, don't we? So let's see if we can get them in on here. Take this out. Where's that little fish? What did I do with it? There it is. So we'll have the little fish in on here, and I need to make sure that it's the right way for stamping out, so it needs to come that way, and we want it in the blue. So let's have the blue. And we'll just do it in on, let's do it higher, just do it in the middle. 1, whoops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Will I get my 8s in here? Just. Okay, so let's have a look and see for punching those out. Lovely punch, fish builder punch. And so on this, I should be able to just take that out. One. Take this from the other side. Oops. Put it in that way. So I've already taken a bit out of it, so it's going to make it a bit more difficult in there. Let's get that little fish done. I do like these fish, and I know that they're not everybody's cup of tea. It's quite funny actually, you know, sometimes I put videos up and I get lots and lots and lots of views and comments and things, and other times I don't get anything, or I only get a few, and I go, maybe people don't like this one. But I think you have to stay true to yourself, so you have to stay true to what you enjoy doing and let that style come out so that other people can go, yes, I like that, or no, I don't. But it gives you ideas for things. And I've always been somebody that enjoys the sea, and I think the new colours that we've got in the you know, this beautiful turquoise colour is really just such a beautiful, it reminds me of the sea, you know, those aqua, beautiful coloured sea when you're on holiday, and the ocean is just, with the sun on it, has that really turquoise colour. So it is definitely one of my favourite ones. And like everything, when I buy a set to demonstrate and show you, I always try and show you as many different ways of using it, because you can then turn around, and when you invest in it, because I always say, you know, whether it's a £20 stamp set or whether it's a £100, you know, sweet bundle or whatever, you know, they're all investments. You know, we don't turn around and just buy something for the sake of buying it. We buy it because we want to do different things with it. So I think that is that's why. Now that's going to work beautifully. So these ones are going to come in over the top like that. I'm going to put them up with dimensionals. I'm not going to do that now. I will do that at the end. But then it gives you an idea of how you can get the pattern. Now, I could have done these with just masking, but I think it works quite nicely to do them over the top. Like that. And then if I put this in on here like that, you've got it really quite nice and clean and simple. And if I wanted to add a little bit of extra in there, because I'm very much about adding little bits of extra, I'm going to take this, and because I just want to add a little bit of extra texture on here, so let me just clean this off. It just shows you where I don't tend to plan things. I tend to do things, you know, off the hoof, as they say, which allows you to see how the sort of the thought process and everything is. Oh, I've lost one that's come up. Where's that come? Has it got stuck on underneath on something? It must have done on something, because there's one missing, but never mind, we'll sort it out. We wanted this, that needs to come into, let's put it on here. It's a bit of a faffy one today, actually. I'm not as well organised as I normally am, so you'll have to just excuse me. Right, we'll have this across on an angle. I don't know what I did with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's one that's fallen somewhere, which I will find. It's probably stuck to the bottom of my sleeve somewhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those off just for now, and we're going to take this, and this is going to be the green, because we've got the green and the blue together. So I wanted those to come together so that they would work. And then we're just going to take this, because we do like this one, and then this is going to come across like this. I do like this. I'm going to take it all the way up, actually. One of my absolute favourites, this one, because it just gives such lovely. If you remember, my favourite stamp set of all time was Gorgeous Grunge, because you could do so much with it. That's beautiful. That's worked far better now because it's given that extra bit on the edge. So you could do it with the blue, which I think would work nicely, or you could do it with the green. Let me just get a bit of green out and we can have a look and see which we prefer. I want this on the spotty, so have I got a spotty one out? That's a spotty. So I like the spots because they go with the other, so I could take it with the green. In fact, I could take it with both of them. That would look nice, wouldn't it? Take one up on the other and the other like that would work. And then, as I say, we've got these coming in, which I'm just going to put up with dimensionals. And that will give you your card, which is lovely and bright and vibrant. As I say, if you wanted to put the I'll have to put that on there. I've got another one somewhere, but it's obviously stuck onto something. If you wanted to put the sentiment up, again, you could put that up and run that across. I might play around and do that in a bit, but you've got these lovely bright colours, really simple to do. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, thank you so much for watching me. Please stay safe and well, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.